Hello from the House. I'm Mary Wolfe, and I'm the state representative for Iowa House District 98, which is the northeastern part of Clinton County. I'm here today in the rotunda of the beautiful Iowa State Capitol building. I don't know what's behind me, what you can see, but it's real pretty here. We have the House and the Senate both adjourned for the day. People are still working in the chambers, which is why I'm doing this out here. So today I've been promising, I know I promised last week, that we were going to talk about legislation. So yay, that's what I'm going to do today. I sat in a subcommittee this afternoon on a bill that I think is interesting, and it is Senate File 415. And you can look it up on the Iowa Legislative website. There's a search engine, just plug in SF415. That's a bill that actually was brought to us by a lot of different groups of college students, and what it seeks to do is create immunity for people if they have a friend or they come upon someone who is obviously suffering from alcohol poisoning of some kind, had too much to drink, passed out, and apparently, according to these college kids, there have been situations where people have not called the police, haven't called 911 because they're concerned about the consequences, the criminal consequences, that they'll be charged themselves with public intox or some related crime. So I was disappointed to hear that anybody would not call the police because they're worried about getting charged with a simple misdemeanor. But they've done their research, they've done their due diligence, and they're saying that's happening. So this bill would basically say that if someone calls 911 to request medical assistance for a person suffering from basically alcohol poisoning, the police come, then even if this person is under 21 years old and they are clearly intoxicated themselves, the police would not be allowed to charge them with a crime of public intoxication or of being in possession of alcohol under the age of 21. So, those are only simple misdemeanors. They usually just carry a fine. So on the one hand, they're no big deal, but bottom line, if the concern about being convicted of that crime is causing people not to call for help when somebody's in danger of dying, then let's try and make this worse. There are 38 states that have passed this kind of legislation. I think pretty much everybody's in favor of it. The only concern is that as it's written now, as the bill's written now, it could possibly impact Iowa's ability to get about $80 million in federal highway funds. So we don't want to lose $80 million in federal highway funds, so we all agreed. We're going to look into that. There's going to be an amendment done to make sure that the language of the bill is written in a way that will not jeopardize that $80 million in federal highway funds. So yeah, I guess I'd be interested to hear, any of you young people out there, do you think this is a good bill? Do you know people who have run into this situation, been afraid of calling the police because of the criminal consequences? And the older people who have kids in college, that type of thing, what do you think about this? We will probably be looking at it in Judiciary Committee next week, probably be a vote on it. So if you have any questions about this bill, again, it's Senate File 415, or if you have any comments or input, let me know. All right, thank you, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.